YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Make It Make Sense. I am your host, Bottles and Beers, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the 5 best fragrances, at least in my collection, that is good for, or should I say perfect for, the work environment. Let's jump right into it. Keep it locked. Pow! All right, to kick things off, we're going to start from the house of Chanel. We have Bleu de Chanel EDP. Now with this one, I'm sure the EDT and the Parfum will work with this subject matter as well, but the EDP is the only one that I own in my collection, so that's why I'll be talking about this one. But with this fragrance, basically what you get this very fresh citrus accord right up top. You get some grapefruit, some lemon. You also get some mint with this as well. But the freshness in this one sets it apart from most of your typical fresh scents because of, I would say in my book, the smokiness. That smokiness and that powdery effect is very prevalent in this one. It's very good for casual workwear. Actually, this is an all-around fragrance. This will work in any kind of weather, any age group, and etc. This is a very well-rounded fragrance. One that I think you would enjoy. The compliment factor on this one is very high. Every time I wear it, I always get people asking what it is I'm wearing, strictly because of that fresh out the dryer feel that it gives. Very fresh, very spicy, smoky, and powdery. Definitely one you should get your nose on. From the house of Chanel, we have Bleu de Chanel EDP. All right, next up, we're gonna go with another fresh fragrance from the house of Essential Parfums. We have Bois Imperial. All right, so this fragrance here, even though it is fresh, this is a very woody fragrance. This is a woody, fresh fragrance. Very mineralistic as well. It has like a bubbly feeling to it. It is fresh, but it does have a little more depth than just citruses. I get more basil than anything in this one. It's not loud or anything like that, but it does give it a greenness to this fragrance. Still easy to wear, but like I said, it's a tad bit more complicated than the Bleu de Chanel. Now, as far as performance with this one, this is beast mode. Not saying that it's loud or it screams in the room. And I would if you overspray, of course, but the longevity in this one is a shocker. This one lasts me all day. No need to reapply anything like that. And for a fresh fragrance, that's hard to come by. But definitely one I think you guys should check out from the house of, I always forget that name, Essential Parfums. We have Bois Imperial. All right, next up, we're gonna go, this one is directed to the grown folks. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Can some younger people wear this one? Sure they can. Does it smell not dated or anything, but for more mature people? Yes, definitely. From the house of Roja Parfums, we have Burlington 1819. So starting off with this is by far one of the best openings in a fragrance, at least in my collection, as far as citrus openings. This opens with a very juicy grapefruit, mandarin orange, and lime accord. When I say very photorealistic, this one hits that on the mark. The opening is by far the best thing with this fragrance. Unfortunately, do it stick around? No. It doesn't completely go away, but once it dries down, it tends to become more of a woody, mature scent. They say it's a rum accord in here. I don't really get the rum accord. What I get mainly is musk and spices. Musk, spices, and woods. Blended very well. Definitely works well for the office environment. This is a more dressier style of a scent. It's not a must, but it does work very well if you're more dressed up. But can you wear this with casual attire? Definitely. No problem with that at all. But I have to reiterate, this is for a more mature audience. It just is. But this is definitely one you should try out. Definitely get your nose on it. It is quite pricey, so definitely sample first. But as far as work sense, this is a hit. Definitely a hit, not a miss in no shape or fashion. Again, from the house of Roja Parfums, we have Burlington 1819. All right, coming up next, we're going to go to the house of Givenchy, and this is Givenchy Gentleman Boisee. So right off the jump, I have to say, in the last fragrance I talked about, I said how they specify a rum accord that I do not get. What's crazy about this one, this does not have a rum accord listed. I definitely pick up a rum accord. Now, could this be different notes mixed together or blended together to give that effect? Maybe. But to my nose, there's some sort of boozy accord, and I do kind of put that with a rum accord. Definitely, but again, it's not listed in this one, but this is a very spicy iris fragrance. If you know anything about Givenchy Gentleman line, the iris is pretty heavy on that line. That's one thing, that's one of the notes that they tend to keep pushing besides the Society. Yeah, I believe Givenchy Society don't have iris listed, but this one does have it listed, and it's very prevalent there. That powdery accord is there, but it's like a silky powderiness. As far as iris, I have to say this is one house that does it very well, because it's just not dry powdery effect. Again, this was a very smooth, silky, but still powdery feel. You do get some creaminess with the sandalwood in this. The sandalwood does stick out. You can detect that very easy. As far as a work scent, this is perfect. It's not too loud. It's not boyish. It's not playful or anything like that. And it's not too serious. This is just, I would say it's business type of fragrance, period. I'm here to get the job done. Not too serious, not too playful. You do get like some cacao in this fragrance. Not necessarily chocolatey, but you do get, well, cacao is listed, and you can detect that. Gorgeous fragrance, gorgeous fragrance. A lot of people say this is probably one of the best from the line. I would put it number 2 for me. But as far as work sense, I would have to say this definitely does stand at the top as far as the Givenchy line. Again, one you should definitely try out. Very spicy, silky, powdery, creamy, with a tad bit of freshness. Definitely get your nose on this one, guys. Again, from the house of Givenchy, we have Givenchy Gentleman Boisee. All right, coming up last, but definitely not least, from the house of Penhaligons, we have Halfeti Cedar. Now, this is one of my favorites, if not definitely the favorite on this list. I will say that. Why? The woody accord that you get in this. So, as we all know, there's woods in the majority of fragrances, especially in the men's fragrance. But the cedar wood note in this one trumps all to me. That's just to me. I love this one. This is one of those ones that you just can't stop smelling. Now, as far as work fragrance, this one I would have to say is definitely more for office wear. This is an office fragrance. Would I say this is one that you would wear doing manual labor, like like plumbing or like carpentry or something like that, something of that nature? I wouldn't suggest this. This is definitely for office attire, for office wear. That's the profile for this. What you get with this, definitely get a rum accord. I think it's something about that rum accord that that just intrigues me. It has nothing to do with the bottles and beers. I am literally almost 5 years sober, believe it or not. But that's a whole nother note. Yeah, the rum accord in this one, the saffron. You would think this is a very dry fragrance, but it's not. There's a lot of wood accords in this one, and it also has a smokiness because of the wood accords that's in it. But with that being said, you also get some dried fruits, and some peach that kind of give it more of a juicy feel, so it won't be too dry. Without those fruits in this fragrance, I really think the dryness will be overwhelming, and probably downright boring or unpleasant. The peach and the dry fruits brings this one to life to me. You get some patchouli also in this. Very, very gorgeous fragrance, one that I think every gentleman should try out. This is one that, if in your collection, there will always be an occasion where you want to set yourself apart, and I think this will do the trick. I really believe 100% every guy should check this out. And even though it's a Penhaligons normally be for more of a mature audience or things like that, but I believe this one in general, younger guys, if you were to put this on, I don't think you will be looked at as wearing an outdated or older guy's fragrance. I think this would just stand out, and it'll be very intriguing to those that are around you. I promise you, this is one for the ages that I think everybody should try out. Again, very woody. The cedar wood smacks you in the face, but again, it's brought to life. It has a creaminess to it. It has a slight sweetness to it from the dried fruits and the peach accord that's in this one. Definitely a standout. And as far as this list, I would even go as far as to say, even with part one, the last video I did on this subject matter, I would say this is my favorite work attire fragrance, because I do work in the office. With that being said, get your nose on this if you can, guys. From the house of Penhaligons, we have Halfeti Cedar. All right, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you have some other fragrances that you would like to see on another list like this or anything. Just let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Until the next time, be well. Take it easy. I'm out. Pow.